Hey, sorry for the long delay. A lot of things happened here, and as you see from the background, I have actually moved. So I just had to spend a few months getting used to this area and getting myself situated in my new job. So sorry for that, but I did want to have this one because Shark Week has come and basically gone, but then again, July has basically become like Shark Month because you have Discovery Channel do theirs, and then you had Nat Geo doing theirs, and I think there are a couple other nature channels that are doing Shark Week-esque things, and so why not do it? I did also want to talk about this movie because it's been 25 years since this movie came out. I've talked about it at least once before when I did my retrospective on when I talked about the trilogy, but I just want to talk about this one, and I think it's time to do it because it did come out about 25 years ago this month. I remember watching in the theater. It was a lot of fun too. But what made this movie fun for me, and that's what I'm doing the why it's another why this one is why it's fun, with Deep Blue Sea. Now, I think a lot of people, when they think of Deep Blue Sea, they only think of that one scene where the shark, what I called the best out of nowhere death with Samuel Jackson's character, Russell. But it's more than that. There is good. First of all, the acting is good. There's a good story here, and I like the story that they tell. The fact that these characters, they're not completely cookie cutter. They have their own personalities, their own unique mindsets, things like that, and also the fact that these characters, they're trapped. And I like the fact that this whole thing is, we gotta get out of here, there's a way out. Then they're basically, while they're trying to get out, they don't realize at the time that they're being herded, in a sense, by these, smart sharks. And that's another thing. The animatronics in this movie, I think I said it before, are really good. This is the movie I think if you were to do a shark movie marathon, I would go 3 movies. Just like you're complete serious, the best of the best, the one that's half serious and half fun, half camp, half serious, and then the one that's completely camp. If you were to do just 3, I think the second one has to be Deep Blue Sea. This is the movie I think that also has the really good camp and seriousness balance to it. Back to the animatronics. The animatronics are really good. I mean, if you look at Jaws, I've said it before, if you look at the animatronics in Jaws, look at the ones at Deep Blue Sea, the technology is really improved, and those animatronics are solid. They are just, especially the opening scene with also shows that you don't need a lot of blood and gore to be effective. You just need tension and fear. And that's what that scene does. Does a great job setting up the scene, the fear, the tension, not to mention the story of how did the sharks get out. If you had never seen the trailer, you wouldn't know. And then the fact they reveal this to you through words, but also through actions, and showing you how the sharks have changed because of their brains being manipulated. And this is such a good way of showing that. And also camp. This movie is camp at times. The kills are pretty campy at times. The one I talked about with the top female deaths, with the woman getting dropped into it and then just being pulled up. There's good suspension, good fear, but also at the end it gets kind of campy when it's biting her basically on the crotch. And then lifting her up. It's basically like toying with them in a sense, and that's just campy. Also, you have I forget his name. I forget his name. He plays the main character's friend, the guy who says, "You trust me." You know why? Because I'm trustworthy. I forget his name. I probably won't do it in this video. But yeah, the other thing that makes it camp are the CGI. The CGI it gets good. At some points it's good. Sometimes it is campy as hell. I mean, this is 1999 CGI, and especially at the end where the head scientist gets hers, it's pretty bad. But yeah, it's campy in that, oh, it's a B movie, so I at least can, look past this. Oh, it's supposed to be campy. It's supposed to be dumb, ridiculous. So I give it. It's fun. So yeah, I enjoy that. Not to mention the like I said, the characters are good. There's good suspense, good horror, and I think it's one of those movies that is misconstrued, and not misconstrued, but misremembered because they only think of that one scene. And I think there is so much more to it than that. The characters, I like the characters, especially Preacher, played by LL Cool J. And for a long time, I used to say with the horror movies and the shark movies, if your name isn't LL Cool J, your black ass is probably not going to survive this. Until I saw the Meg movies where you had Paige Kennedy to survive those movies. So yeah, and that's another thing. Usually the black character dies. Like, I know, like, the whole what's the word for the stereotype, the cliche is that the black guy dies first, but that's not the case. The cliche, the real trope, is that the black character dies, and I mean, this one goes against that in a really good way, and even takes out one. It has one of the coolest scenes in the movie, I think, where he's in the kitchen where he's supposed to be. Not that that's the other thing this movie does well. It takes scenes that areas where, oh, that's where we are. The labs, the kitchens, your bedrooms, things like that. And now that they're underwater, no, now they're in their world, the shark's world, and it's done very well. There's some good scenes like that, and I like it. A lot of fun. I do recommend it if you have some time, just to get a weekend, or get a day to just have a little bit of fun. I think this is a good movie. Get some friends together. Get some get some drinks if you're into that. If you are a drinker, get some barbecue going. Maybe even grill some fish, and just sit down, pop it on the Blu-ray if you're a hipster like that, still using physical media, or just put on one of the streaming services. I know it's on some of them. I don't care which one. I have the DVD for the Blu-ray. I'm going to be like one of those hipsters I know one of these days that's still using physical media. But yeah, good stuff, and I really enjoy it. And I think that's the kind of movie. It's a movie you get some friends together, you have some fun, and you enjoy not it being dumb, but it being good and being fun, and the camp and the seriousness I think work well together with this movie. So that's all I got for that. I'm gonna try my best to come out with another one very soon, because there is another movie that came out 25 years ago that I really need to talk and really want to talk about. There are a couple movies that come out and they're celebrating big anniversaries that I want to talk about. So I'll try to get those as many as I can. So what do you think? Have you seen Deep Blue Sea? What did you think? Is it campy? Is it too serious? Is it too campy? Or are you like me? You think it threads that needle just right where it hits halfway of camp and seriousness? Let me know. And I'll talk to you soon, hopefully. Alright, bye.